Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies, a weekly podcast where Jarrett Reddick and friends get together and talk about a movie that they watched that week. Plus, whatever the hell else is on their minds. Get ready for the best hour and a half you'll have in the next hour and a half. Here they are, Eric, Casey, Sean, Amy, and because he's famous, his name's on the show, Jarrett. Welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies.
Thunderous applause for the man.
They're always so happy.
I know, everybody's so stoked all the time. Welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies. I think we're at like 390... No, let me take that again. We're at like 297 episodes or something. 300 is coming up. And everybody but Casey has voted. Did you see what everybody's voting on?
No.
They want to do Back to the Future again for 300 and then do Back to the Future 2 and 3 after that.
Okay,
that's what we're going to do. So episode 300 will be the episode that started it all. We started here 5 or 6 years ago with Back to the Future. It just happened to have been its 40th anniversary, I believe. Me and Rich and Casey. And no, Casey, you weren't even on the show yet.
Well,
you were kind of back in the background. Yeah. Anyway, that's coming up. Hopefully we will do something special and have some fun. And hopefully we can get Eric over here, maybe Uber you over here. We can all get shit-faced and go pee on the neighbor's lawn.
Okay.
So that's happening. Today we're going to be talking about the movie The Life of David Gale. And this was a cool one for me because I had zero idea who was in it, zero idea what it was about. And, so we'll be talking about that here shortly. Now, Eric, you're nodding your head. And
you'll find out later that the movie poster for this doesn't give you a whole lot of insight into what you're getting into either.
Can't wait.
I wondered about that. I actually thought about that on this particular movie. I thought, man, I mean, if I was doing something like The Life of David Gale, I would be something like, this man in the hospital reflecting upon his days as a tortured gangster or whatever.
I don't want to give it away,
it's too
but
late.
as I think about it now, I'm pretty sure that my pre-synopsis is just the plot to Seven, which he was also in.
Right.
So we'll find out shortly.
Yeah, he's very 70 in this anyway, right? Like there's a couple of times where you're just like, okay. And there's a couple of Hannibal Lecter moments too where, but again, the circumstances are similar. So maybe that's why you can't argue that one of the greatest performances
of Hannibal Lecter, Jarrett, you and I were texting during trivia the other night, not about the answers. That's against the rules.
Right, of course.
But I went down this rabbit hole accidentally called the Mandela effect. And I don't know how familiar you are with the Mandela effect.
No, so I'm glad you brought this up because Casey and I have been down this rabbit hole several times within our relationship. and again, first, I don't know why I remember the things that I remember. I remember experiences like, and my friends will all tell you it's fucking weird, the shit that he can remember, but things like this go right in and out, like even like studying history in college, like I would have it for the test and then that's just it.
I've heard of it, but tell me what the Mandela effect
All right, so
is.
go ahead, Eric, if you want to bring us into the conversation, because this will be cool, because if she doesn't know any of them, then we should talk about it.
So the biggest Mandela effect is the children's book series, the Berenstain Bears. Are you familiar with the Berenstain Bears?
Loved them, yes.
Yeah. Except they were never the Berenstain Bears. They were the Berenstain Bears.
Or Berenstain.
S-T-A-I-N. S-T-A-I-N.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Casey's talked to me about that one before.
But every person who remembers back to their childhood and reading these books swears that it was Berenstain Bears. Yes. It always was.
It always will be.
We're living in an alternative universe where it's imploding upon itself like in Inception or something. Yeah. So that's one.
Now, hold on. But I will say this, that we had some of those episodes on VHS when Emma was really little. And the theme song was, "It's the Berenstain Bears." And so they were saying stain. Berenstain Bears, but I always thought they were the Berenstain.
But the books have been around forever before.
Yeah.
You know?
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's something that I've talked about on this show so many times. Don't fucking read. That it's the stupidest thing in the world. Like
It's
read,
dangerous,
It's so
really.
dangerous, right?
Yeah.
Because you can misinterpret so many things. Why read when you can wait for someone to put it on the screen for you and translate it for you?
In no alternate way, with no opinion whatsoever.
Right.
It is just straight information.
Here's what it is. That's exactly how that person sounds. All right, Eric. So Eric, what was the first thing that you texted me about, though? Was it that?
Do you guys remember Sinbad
Oh,
in
that's
the
right.
movie
Oh my God.
Shazam?
That one fucking kills me. No, he wasn't in the movie, but there was supposed to be that there was a movie where he was a genie.
Right. They say it was called Shazam, and it was this movie with Sinbad as a genie, and like 90% of people our age or younger
I would
remember
vote yes.
this movie.
No, because it was a movie. The thing that gets you on this one is that Shazam is a movie where Shaq is a genie.
That's right.
No, that's Kazam.
Oh, Kazam. Okay.
Oh, shit.
But anyway,
Oh.
Kazam is a movie where Shaq is a genie. And I guess there was a trailer before Kazam for a Sinbad movie, and people just like meshed it into their brains.
That is
That there is
weird.
a movie that he was in where he was a genie, and there isn't. Like,
But there are people who like can
I swear I remember
that
it. I swear
watched it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, things like Curious George doesn't have a tail.
Maybe we. What?
So the other one that I was
Skechers
looking
doesn't have a
at
T in it.
was
It's just Skechers.
the Fruit of the Loom logo
Uh-huh.
has never had a cornucopia in it. It's always just been fruit.
Yeah, the Monopoly Man doesn't have a monocle.
But the reason that I brought it up, Jarrett, is because you brought up Hannibal Lecter, and one of the things on there, like the Luke, I am your father, which never appears.
Yeah,
in
never said that.
Star Wars.
Mm-mm.
Hello, Clarice also doesn't appear in Silence of the Lambs. He doesn't ever say that. So,
What?
Right. Yeah, that's right.
but we all say hello, Clarice.
Oh, what's the one with?
But doesn't he say that in the next one with Julianne Moore though? Like I think that's when
Maybe.
I don't know.
What's the one?
But he does say good
Sally
morning to her.
Field does the thing like they like me, they really like me. Like she never said that.
Yeah, I don't know that one, but yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that's what she said. They like me. You really like me.
Yeah. And also, life is like a box of chocolates. His life was like a box of chocolates.
Almost told me life.
Was like.
Was
one.
like. a
Oh
box of
yeah, I would
chocolates.
say is
Oh
too.
my gosh, this is making me real
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
mirror on the wall is not a thing. It was magic mirror on the wall. They never said mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest?
God, that's fucking crazy.
I don't
right?
like that one either.
No, they're so fucking trippy.
I feel like maybe.
The shit gets crazy, but this Berenstain Bears and this, for me, the Fruit of the Loom logo, because I'm certain that I had little kid tidy whities that had the Fruit of
Yeah.
the Loom logo with a little cornucopia. That was the logo,
Yeah.
but it's never been a part of their logo ever.
I feel like maybe all of these things really did exist, and maybe we were just Men in Black, like
Yeah.
memory erased, and they
Washed it.
forgot that detail.
Yeah.
You know, and
Possible.
it just didn't cross over.
Yeah.
I have one.
Tom Cruise didn't wear sunglasses in Risky Business. People always do that little scene
Oh, I've never
with the
seen it.
sunglasses and the underwear where they slide in.
Oh,
Okay.
he didn't wear sunglasses there. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he
But
did not.
when
have
people
them.
dress like him
You're
in the
right.
costumes,
They
everyone
do.
does that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
My
Yeah.
goodness.
That's crazy. You know, another one is most people think Bowling for Soup did the song Stacy's Mom, and we fucking didn't. I feel like that's going to be in there one day. It's going to
Yeah.
be one of those
Yeah.
things.
It's pretty pervasive. I mean, I guarantee you, maybe not in a pop punk forum, but the Jay Leno Man on the Street will get you guys 90% of the time.
They think
On
we
that
did Stacy's Mom.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
No, just 90%.
Oh,
Yeah, Lucy, you got some splaining to do is not a thing.
100%.
Really?
Smokey Bear is not Smokey the Bear. He's just Smokey Bear.
Oh,
And Jarrett, if you
weird.
will indulge me, you mentioned, you will mention later in the show fantasy football. And I saw a thing on Reddit the other day where the guy who came in last place in his fantasy football league had to spend 24 hours at a Waffle House,
Yeah.
but
Sign me
he
up.
could take 1 hour off of his time for every waffle that he ate over the course of the time. And so
Okay.
He got there at like 10 a.m. and knew he had to be there till 10 a.m. the next day.
Okay.
And was able to eat 9 waffles over the course of the time he was there. So it cut 9 hours off. He only had to be there like 13 hours.
Okay.
So-
Well, that's not too bad.
I mean, I would do that. You
15
can bring a
hours, I guess.
podcast and a book, right? You can get up and go to the bathroom.
100%. Yeah. You just have to
Yeah.
stay in there.
Yeah.
Stay in
And
there.
I
But
love waffles.
then I just wonder how many waffles you could eat.
Well,
you know,
are
the
they
first,
Belgian waffles or are they just
I don't
like
know.
a
The
flat
first
waffle?
2 go down fine, I bet. And
I need
then
a
by
bunch
that
of Eggo
third
waffles.
waffle,
Yeah, or are they like an Eggo? I could pop those whole box.
Yeah, these are. I think Waffle House is a bit more dense than. I mean, like Eggo is super like airy. You know, it's
I
like.
feel like Waffle House is like Eggo.
You
I
think?
haven't been to a waffle. I don't know what a Waffle House waffle is like.
They seem dense to me, but it's been a very long time since I've been to a Waffle House.
I can't go to a Waffle House because they only accept cash, or at least they did forever. And like, who? What,
Yeah.
You want money? You want my actual money? Like,
How many bites would it take you to
You know,
finish a waffle?
this actually happened to me the other day. I was thinking, I just wanted a tea, and I was thinking, I'll just go through Wendy's and get a Wendy's chili and a tea. And
do you like Wendy's?
Yeah, I like Wendy's chili.
Nuts are in
And there's
Yeah. Do you like Wendy's nuts are in your mouth?
walked right into that. I
Mhm.
absolutely walked right into it. You got me. You fucking got me. Yeah, so I was driving up there, and you know how like they have all those places have like this, like before you get to the actual window, there's sort of like it's like a thing that it's taller, and it's got some of the items on there that you can see before you get there.
Oh,
It
yeah.
had this sign on there that said, not accepting cash, sorry. And but there was nobody in the line, so I'm like, that's got to just be like on there from like another time. And sure enough, on the speaker, it was like not accepting cash. So I left, and again, there was not one. I don't know who the fuck has cash ever anymore. Like,
Wait, not accepting credit or not accepting cash?
only accepting cash. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
got
Oh,
it.
okay.
Well, I really
Yeah, I would have
fucked
to
that
leave
story
too.
up. Now, here's the deal: you have to have a lizard, Eric, and that would have made
Oh,
the
right.
story right. Do you understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Did I forget to mention there was a robot?
That's funny.
Oh man. You know, that was a good conversation that we had during trivia, but boy, did we get our asses kicked in trivia. Speaking of Wendy's,
I wasn't there, so that.
did
probably
you
why.
guys? It is partially actually. We had several of those things where you had to say like what a cowboy was scared of, and it was like whatever the thing was, and it was like leather or
I feel like
horses
that's
and-
another Mandela effect. We think that Casey is
Yeah.
always good at those because she got the first one right.
Yeah, I got like 2 in a row right, like
Yeah.
years ago, and everyone's like, "Casey, what's this Latin
Yep.
word?" And I'm like, "Ugh." And weirdly enough, sometimes I do get it right, and I don't know why. And then
Yeah.
maybe I speak Latin.
Maybe you're just really good at it.
I don't. Mandela.
Maybe in a previous life.
Anyway, this speaking of Wendy's, yesterday I was thumbing through the World Wide Web, and on one of the punk sites that I'm on Facebook, somebody was putting some of these Wendy's National Roast Day quotes out because apparently, if you tweet at Wendy's, some days they will do like a National Roast Day, and they'll fucking roast you, and these people are really really good at it. Like whoever they're hiring are really really funny, but not only that, like they're all really well thought out.
They're well researched.
I'm just
Okay,
so
so
good.
how much time between when you like reached out to them and they tweeted you back?
It was so fast because
Okay.
I walked away. I mean, I had done what I needed to do. I put the thing out there and I walked away. Well, then I get a text from Rodon James, and he's just like, "Oh my God, that's brutal what they just said about you." And I'm just, at that point, you're like, "Okay, maybe I don't think
Yeah,
this is
do
as
you wanna
funny."
go?
Maybe it might not be funny anymore. But I had seen the one they did for Hawthorne Heights, and it's again, these are so good because. What they said to Hawthorne Heights was, and again, you ask for these, you go roast me. So they go give it to us straight, and Wendy says, "Really miss you opening for all the bands I loved." and And that is so good because Hawthorne Heights, they were that band. They were on everybody else's
They
tour.
were like always a bridesmaid.
Always a bridesmaid.
Yeah.
They still are. They're still on tour right now. We're about to go out with a bunch of bands that are bridesmaids. So then a couple of other ones that I didn't really understand because I don't know the band that well, but I saw the one for Under Oath. There's this band called Under Oath, and she said, "New stuff sounds like my little brother trying to cuss for the first time."
I don't know the band that well, but that's funny.
It's funny. So the one that they did for us is so fucking good, and especially it's good even if you don't have the context. But what they said was, guess we've already roasted most of the main stage bands. May as well go to Ernie Ball and see what's happening. So this is a Warped Tour reference, and sure enough, 2003, 2004, we were on the Ernie Ball stage, which is the smallest stage there, right?
Oh.
And then so it's amazing that whoever was able to pull that off, just had that knowledge or whatever. But, it's still funny even if you don't know that, because the Ernie Ball stage being this little bitty stage, and obviously we're on the main stage now. But, just sort of demoting us down there to it is funny. But God, if you know the context, I just got such a kick out of it, and good for them. But we didn't make their top ones because a bunch of products have them do it. So they did like Velveeta and, Prestone and shit.
I gotta follow that next time. That's funny.
Dude,
Yeah.
Wendy's social media account is brutal. Even on not roast days, I saw some kid reply to one of their, remember Wendy's burgers are fresh, never frozen. And he, shoots back like, okay, so you're telling me that you butcher the cow right outside the restaurant, every restaurant, and you ground the beef and then you bring it in and you serve it to people? And Wendy's writes back, it's like, we're just going to hang out here while you forget about refrigerators existing. And just,
That's so good.
like, man.
I would love to know how many people, like you said, they've got working on this, because it's got to be
it's
a good amount of people.
They're fast.
Either that or they've got a couple really smart, funny, well-paid people.
God, Kurt Fletcher could do this job.
100%. I would.
True.
I would assume that that's who they have, is like comedy writers or stand-up comedians or whoever, and they handle those.
I wonder if it's like an Uber pool, like they just throw it into the pool, somebody picks it up and writes it and sends it back.
Well, because they actually, if you watch their feed, they also tweet you back if you go, "Hey, I got a cheeseburger and it was fucking terrible." They'll go, it's the standard, "I'm very sorry that happened. That should not be,
But you
whatever.
get a response.
Yeah, and here's a free 5-piece nuggets, I think you can get free nuggets if you just say anything bad to them.
Well, it's like
fuck you in your
DoorDash.
frosty ass mouth.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Your
here's
frosty-ass
some
mouth.
free nuggets. Yeah, DoorDash doesn't give a fuck.
No,
Uber
if you
Eats
tell
either.
them something's wrong, they're like, "Oh, okay, fuck, here's your money back."
They just give you your money back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which we find from the Domino's commercials that just hurts the small businesses.
I had no idea.
We're fucking
Small businesses like Domino's.
We're
Right.
killing small businesses. No. Domino's, their entire new advertising campaign is against Uber, because Uber is basically taking their drivers away. So they're basically going, "Hey, don't use these driver delivery apps."
They don't give a fuck about the drivers. They're having to pay them a fee to be on these apps.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right. They're just
But-
saying that they're taking DoorDash or whatever is taking money out of small business
Yeah.
accounts. But also, I would like to buy from the small business, but they don't have a driver to bring it to me, and I'm already 3 beers in.
But here's what I'm saying. There's a bigger picture in what Domino's is doing. Yes, all of that is true. They're saying, they're taking food out of these people's mouths and they're costing them money, and the local guy can't do this, whatever. That's not the end game for Domino's. Domino's doesn't want Uber Eats to be a fucking thing.
Of course not.
Because Uber Eats makes it just as easy for you to get this pizza place down the street and Bob's Pizza. So
Yeah, because fucking Domino's is not the first choice.
no,
Right.
No, because it
Not
used
anymore.
to be if you wanted it brought to your house in fucking 30 minutes.
Yeah, you got Chinese food or you got
100%. That was it, you know?
That's true.
And now it's funny because companies that were advertising that they delivered, like Panera was real big into the delivery thing now. And I don't even think they do it anymore. Like it's, you know,
It's
one of those
because
things.
nobody wants Panera.
Jarrett wants Panera.
Panera sucks.
Ugh.
I saw a thing the other day
I
that
like
said
their
that
bagels.
Panera is just overpriced hospital food, and I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah, it's not far off, but
It's pretty fucking close.
Oh my
It's-
gosh, that's true.
there's not a lot of places you can get a chicken Caesar salad and some chicken noodle soup delivered to your house. Okay.
La
Okay,
Madeline
that's fine. Do they
La
deliver?
Madeline. Do they?
is,
Well, they're on Uber Eats, I'm sure.
yeah,
Can you
they're
get that?
a
I've never-
1,000 times better than.
I just thought they
Panera.
had like muffins and shit.
No, they have really good tomato soup.
Yeah, but
They
it's
have really good soups.
You have a
They
little
really good
Madeline over
chicken.
there? You thought you just had like a quick check and a Dairy Queen?
No, we don't have one within 30 miles of where I live. But
I don't know if we
But
do
when-
either.
but when we go into the big city,
Yeah.
we always stop at La Madeline.
y'all don't go to Dairy Queen, just have Coke.
The Texas stop sign.
Dude, we have got a place better than Dairy Queen up the road called
Shut your
Spurlock.
whore
That's been
mouth.
there since 1938. And
Oh,
it's
neat.
just a little drive-in like malt shop
Okay.
that you would see in movies based in the 1950s.
We'll have
like
to stop
it's
by on the way to your
cutest
new house.
opening.
But do they have like burgers and shit?
Yeah,
Do they
Yeah.
actually have malts?
I like a malt.
yeah. Malts
me
and
too.
I mean I don't
I'm
love a
an old
malt,
man.
but they have malts
Oh.
and shakes.
Those are all over Dallas. There's one in Wichita Falls called Scott's Drive-In, and I actually would put that burger up against pretty much any like like any fast food or like mid fast food burger. I think
I love a
like-
Brahms burger.
Yeah, those
Oh, I
things are
haven't
good.
had
I
Brahms
never
in
had that
so long.
until I met you. Actually, I'd never really eaten these Brahms hamburgers before.
That's where I got the sex talk from my mom was at a Brahms.
I thought you were just going to
Okay,
stop it. That's where
Did
I had
she
the
draw
got the
something?
sex.
Did I make that up? Or did she draw
She
something?
did. She drew ovaries and a uterus on a napkin.
On a
and I was-
napkin.
And I
I
was
wish you still
so
had it.
embarrassed. Oh, God. I was like, Mom, this is so embarrassing with the other two people that are here at Brahms.
Right.
My 15-year-old brother had a screaming baby in the room across the hall from me.
There
so
was your
that
talk.
was my sex talk.
That makes sense.
I was
My-
actually in Girl Scouts at that point whenever they got pregnant. And yeah, we went from the like, I don't know, like helping the elderly badge to we flipped a couple fucking books forward. But everybody got to learn.
Oh yeah, because you had a baby at home. Yeah, my dad just said keep it in your pants unless you have to pee. And if you ever get a girl pregnant, I'll fucking kill you. And like that was pretty much the end of that talk.
There you go.
So I was nervous a lot.
Yeah, my parents just kind of set me down and said, "Look, when you ever need to come to us and tell us that you don't enjoy putting your penis in vaginas, but instead to men,
Buttholes.
just know that we will kick you out of the house." And so I think that was
When you
a
tell
pretty,
us. Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't a matter of if to them. It
So
was just
so you'd be like
My mom thought I was a lesbian.
if you were having sex with somebody and you were young or whatever, and they'd be like, "Yeah, I hope our parents don't find out." Were you like, "No, that's fine as long as I'm putting this in a vagina.
Yeah, I hope they do.
I'm smooth." You know?
yeah. I mean, I
Like
don't
your
know how much
vagina.
sex you think I was having when I was young, except with my uncle Lonnie.
There's Lonnie.
Right.
Aw,
yeah.
Lonnie.
Poor Lonnie.
But
Yeah, my mom did the at the dinner table, like, if any of my children just
Uh-oh.
looking me in the eyes,
And
like,
your brother already has a
we're
baby.
we're ever, gay. I would tell, like Casey, for example, if you were gay, like I'd understand, and I'd be like, I'm not gay, Mom. My brother's in the background, like gay. I'm like, why are we doing this now? Like, I just want to fucking drink my Slim Fast, Shanna.
were
No,
you
don't you mean your Green Hulk?
Yeah, exactly. My Green Hulk smoothie.
Were you wearing Doc Martens at the time?
I was
Everybody was wearing
Yeah,
Doc Martens
of
at the
course.
time.
Were you wearing a flannel shirt at the time?
100%.
Okay, but last question. Were you wearing cargo pants?
No.
I don't think they called them that. What did they call them for girls? They were like, remember they had like,
The really baggy ones?
no, they were like Old
And
Navy
we
with some
spent
pockets.
the night
I don't
drinking
know.
huge-ass beers with a
Regardless,
bunch of
yes, I
gay
did look
men
like a
on
little
Bourbon
boy.
Street.
I thought I looked like a cool MTV grunge chick, but I was just like a chubby little Hanson boy.
Is he sick?
Oh, Hanson is going on tour.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Oh, did we
I
ever
bet me and
figure out what
Jarrett looked-
episode that
we
was?
probably looked weirdly similar as children.
No, I don't know.
Just these like
Ooh, let's do a
we
side
were
by
like
side.
these genderless little kind of like chubby kids. I bet that we looked pretty
Is
similar.
she sick? And that's just because my parents had dressed me in blue OP pants and a white shirt with terry cloth on the shoulders, and it fucking could have probably passed as a girl outfit, I'm sure.
You wore pee pants?
You said pee pants. Yeah.
OP pants.
You said
They
pee
don't
pants.
make enough clothes out of terry cloth anymore. I will.
I think that's just
What is a terry
What's
cloth?
terry cloth?
Like
Is that
towel.
like a dishcloth?
Towels.
it's like towels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ew.
We just used to wear towels back then.
But you
No.
used to be able to get like full-on shirts with like these drooping V-neck
Yeah.
collars.
Terry-
And,
Absolutely not.
We did.
Yeah.
You got to admit though, we wore those like limited 2 shirts that were like this big. They were like the bubble shirts, and remember they stretched out to like normal size. Do you remember those? They were like crinkly.
Oh, I do remember
Yeah.
those. Yes. I didn't wear those too often because it made me uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, they were terrible.
Ugh.
Well, my gosh, that small talk was really fun.
Oh, right. The movie.
We were here to do a movie. You remember that?
Oh, I thought maybe this was the episode that we were going to
Yeah, I
skip
thought
the
we weren't
movie.
doing that.
Well, somebody said that before we stopped doing movies, there was some other movie that we had to do. I can't remember what it was.
oh, great.
Citizen Kane, I believe.
I was driving down the street the other day
Oh, God.
thinking about that. Just like, wouldn't it just be funny if we just fucking stopped doing movies, but we just everything else just remains the same, and we just sit here.
I
and
just
talk
like
for
we
a
should
couple hours.
like for the people that only listen to the audio, like just make the name of it like some like really obscure, like very artsy film every single time,
Yeah.
and then just never talk about anything and like see how long it takes people to notice.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, Sean can provide us with a list of those.
That's
So-
true.
Yeah, I can start working on it. Right back. I'm in LA right now.
We'll just put the name of like only Hallmark Christmas movies.
That
We
would
should
be-
do Hallmark
Christmas in the
December for
mountains,
sure.
or
Let's do it. Well, guys, we did watch a movie this week. It is called The Life of David Gale. And before we get to that, let's talk a little bit about the fact that this podcast is 100% supported and funded by our Patreon supporters. And Patreon supporters can be as little as $1 a month and go on up to, $35 a month is the maximum. And, no, $50. $50 a month is as much because there's only $200 spots and those are taken. But for as little as $1 a month, you can be part of the winning team, and we certainly appreciate everybody who contributes. You just go to patreon.com/Jarrett Goes to the Movies. I do have some good news. Ad Craner went from $20 to a $35 supporter.
Ooh.
That means you will see Ad Craner so all 5 questions peeps are all $50 and up. But if you're at the $35 level and someone drops out or can't do it, then you are called up to the big leagues.
Hey,
So we will see
we
you
have
soon.
2 more actually that Sean didn't get in to the presentation because he's
Sorry, I didn't get those in. Thing.
doing his thing. Would you like to know who they are?
Sure.
Well, our good friend Melody Ortloff just edited her pledge from $35 to $50.
Yay! So we'll be seeing her on 5 questions for show.
Yep. She didn't want to wait around anymore for us to make the call, so she's
Great. Thank you, Melanie.
she's up to 50 and a new Patreon supporter. Although this name sounds familiar, maybe he was one and then wasn't one and now is one again. But at the $35 level, Jeff Yeager.
Yeah, Jeff
Oh,
Yeager's
yeah.
back. Welcome back. It's a new year, new supporters. That's awesome. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Remember, this is a David Dooley and Woody Chambers production, and our producers are all at the $20 level and up. They are Ad Craner, Amy Strongbottom Pittsinger, Andy Smith, Angie Thorin, Brian Mason, Brian Sullivan, Brian Dunning, Shell Ordway, Chris, the $12 million man Cranfill, Chris Jacobs, Corey Reed, Daniel Cotton, David Dooley, David Kendrick, David, the original Murray, Dennis Hopp, Denny Chambers, Diana Wheeler, Diane freaking Small, Dom Surfing Bird Petretta, Ernie Soulman McCracken, Goddammit Gage Strickland, Gregory Cordone, Greg Lee, Greg the Hammer Stevens, A Hangover You Don't Deserve podcast, Hugh Jorgen, That's a good one. Dr. Jason Ellsworth and Kidney Pete, Jay Palladino, Jeff Millman, fucking Joe Barlow, Rat Pack, Joey Bishop, John Gickler, Josh Millman, MVP Kate Etro. Oh, sorry, I had like a hiccup thing and I had a bunch of spit in my mouth. So I'll do her again. MVP Kate Etro, Katie Gardner, Kim Frosting on the Beater Murphy, Kirsty Fisher. Les Zaldor Zalewski, Lily Holohan, Lindsay Sponsor Sponsel, Lisa Winsel, Lucy Murray, Mandy Pretty, Melody Ortloff, Michael Price, Mike Leblanovitz, Nick Brignoni, Rodon James, Ray Elliott, Rich Osborne, Robert, Dirty Muffins O'Doyen, Ryan Clydesdale, Sarah the Undertaker DeAngelis, Sean Blackstone, Sean Barger, Steve May, Steve Rhodes, Tom Murray, Trey Wren, Vinny No Fucking Clue Cataldo, Wendy, What's the Matter, and Woody Chambers, and of course, Svee Hurst, everybody. Our producers are better than your producers on your stupid show. Sorry about that silence there. I was taking a drink. All right.
What you drinking tonight?
I'm having a little bit of wine. You know,
in a nice wine glass,
in a
too.
nice little wine glass. Yeah, I normally don't do that, but yeah, I like just trying to
fancy.
be
It's beautiful.
trying to be sophisticated. Thank you.
That's
Thank you
a
very much.
Tiffany's
Man,
wine
I'm gonna
glass.
go get a beer then.
Yeah, go get a beer. We'll wait for you. You know, we'll wait for you.
Okay, I just need 15 seconds to go over to the South Wing.
South Wing. All right. Ride the tram.
Yeah. Say hi to your baby grand piano.
Yeah. Oh, man.
On
Oh,
your
yeah. I
way.
forgot about that.
That's right.
Got the really nice piano in there. Man, it is hot in here.
I was just about to say, I got to throw my hair up.
Well, whenever it goes to bed, we can open up the door. But you know, we probably shouldn't be shouting swear words all over the place.
Probably not.
I don't know why it's not picking up that we're in here, though. Actually, can
Picking
you
up
reach
what we're
that?
putting down.
Can you reach that little white thing on the like further, like up here on the desk by the computer?
Yep.
All right, just aim that at you and sort of wave at it. Hey there, how you doing? How's it going?
Hi.
All right, maybe it'll recognize that we're in here and cool it down.
We're
You
all
got to
just so
slow
hot.
it down. Ooh, watch out. Okay, it knows we're in here now. But it's saying it's 68 in here. There's no
That's
way.
not true.
There's no way that's a thing.
Everybody's saying silly
It's a
things
lion machine.
Yeah.
without knowing
Yeah.
that life brings a change.
All right. I'm so
And
sorry.
I've been checking all the signs.
Yawning so much. I've been listening to a lot of Yanni. All right.
Oh my God, my mom used to listen to that shit.
Remember that shit?
Yes.
Yeah. What is that? Like world music? Is that what that's called? Yanni?
Yeah. Music of
World
the world.
music.
Yeah, I think it is.
Huh.
The Life of David Gale, rated R, 2003 drama thriller, 2 hours, 10 minutes. Pretty interesting here as far as the way that this is broken down from review standpoint. 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb, not too shabby.
I never look at these, so I'm looking at you, kid, to let me know how it turned out.
Rotten Tomatoes,
Uh-oh.
19%. Yeah, 19%.
Really?
Yes.
Have we
in-
ever had that big of a discrepancy between Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb?
This one seemed weird, like weirdly
Probably
inconsistent.
I am very surprised.
Because this gets down into Love Guru, Dude, Where's My Car
Because
territory.
Metacritic
Yeah.
or whatever that one is like 30 something. Is
Which one did you say?
that what it's called? Metacritic? Is that one?
Oh.
I don't know.
That one's like 30 something, and then Rotten Tomatoes is 19, and the other one's 7 point something out of 10. Like,
Kind of all over.
Weird.
yeah.
I'm really
I am
surprised.
so sorry. I used to only be allowed 4 yawns per show, but I think that's
Damn
about
it.
6.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. All right, guys. The budget for this was $38
Oh,
million.
man.
Why'd you say, oh man?
Yawning.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought it was about the budget that I was
Yeah.
talking about.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on.
like right in the middle of
Seriously?
$38 million, you just, oh man.
Jesus Christ.
All right, the
The
budget
travesty.
for this budget was $38 million. Box office, they made $39 million. I don't see the problem.
I guess they made money.
I thought that if you made your money back, they would let you make another movie.
I am really surprised with all of these details.
Well, I guess Eric knows a little bit more about this and the whole failure of the director and shit. But I don't see that this movie is that fucking bad. I really
It's
don't.
not like they came to him and
loaded
said, "You're not
cast."
allowed to make movies anymore because this one was so bad." But he just couldn't get financing for anything else. This is the guy who directed Mississippi Burning and Midnight Express, not the wrestling tag team. but
Yeah,
the-
not that one. Yeah, I got it.
I don't know. Maybe it's just like, I mean, literally, if you
And
can
then-
manage to get a movie with Kevin Spacey and Kate Winslet and Laura Linney and and then you do this, maybe you don't get fucking funding. If you can't get people to the box office just with the cast alone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Look, I'm anxious to talk about the movie because I want to see what everybody else thought was so bad, I guess. But there wasn't a point in the movie ever where I was going, this is fucking terrible.
I wish this was done.
Yeah, not once. And it's 2 hours and 10 minutes. And I watched the thing. I didn't know. I mean, I guess I did know about the Rotten Tomatoes, but I'd forgotten about it. But Casey told me about it the other day.
I said it'll be interesting because it's so inconsistent.
Because it is
We don't have to
inconsistent.
talk about the what people hated because no, I don't think anybody hated it. I didn't think it was a bad movie.
You didn't.
If I was doing the Rotten Tomatoes, I would give it the thumbs up,
Me
not
too.
the thumbs down.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think the execution was a little heavy-handed and
Right. Yeah.
of the idea of the movie is a great one. I just think
And they really did try to inject a lot of politics into it.
this is so good.
God.
it had the subtlety of the electric chair, you know.
Yeah, I
It's
felt
just
an electricity throughout
Yeah.
the body of the movie.
It did, it's like,
It
I
took
I
my
kept
breath
on hanging
away.
around.
I
It
really
took my
do get
breath
that.
away.
I mean, it was, it had, and he did get into the Jesus and thing. It had like the Last Supper vibes, and all of that. And, I mean, I would say that,
Well, I'll be hanging around here, curious to
It
see what
didn't.
you're
It
gonna
didn't
think.
put me to sleep.
yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that's just it, right? I mean, you didn't have to strap me in to watch this thing. You know?
Anyway, it was a little heavy-handed at parts, but otherwise the movie was fine.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
it got its point
whatever.
across. I could look if I'm going to say one thing about the movie itself and sort of the delivery of it. It was pretty heavy-handed in the anti-death penalty thing.
like we get it.
But that's who the movie was about. You could have just as easily done a movie about it being pro death penalty.
Yeah, this was just the CNN version of the movie. The Fox edit is very different.
Are they anti-death penalty? No.
I don't know.
I turned off all of my news.
I just picked two news sources.
I think
Updates on-
Democrats like to kill people, right? We like
No.
in Texas.
No, I think progressives are a little more anti. Conservatives are a little more pro.
Yeah, Republicans, you can't kill like cells in a human body, but you can kill a human.
Yeah.
I believe in the death penalty, but I
Right.
will say that I just because I listen to so much true crime, I don't understand why we can't do the DNA tests on everybody before we fucking kill them, even if it means keeping them alive for a Lord.
Well,
If there's
some
a
of them it's
way-
not available.
If it's not available, then fuck them.
Yeah.
That's
Just don't
it.
be there.
Don't be there. you know?
Don't be there. Don't dress like that.
Or
No.
don't be accused by a witness who 15 years after you've been put to death recants their testimony.
Yeah, say,
and
"Oh,
says,
whoopsie."
Jeez, I
They weren't
know
even
that
dead.
shit is so crazy, man. I mean, all of those that happen now with, God, that fucking guy. That there's one where this dude got accused of shooting up this fucking furniture store and shit, and they proved that he was innocent. And
How long was he in prison? Do you know?
30 something years or something
Wow.
crazy. Like there's dudes that get out in their 60s and they went out when they were 19.
My professor at UNT, one of my professors, the forensic guy, he is one of the lead guys in the Innocence Project
Cool.
because he does a whole lot of nonprofit work out of UNT itself. Like he uses his lab at UNT for just statewide projects.
Yeah. Well, you
Doesn't take a
got to
dime.
do research, right? So they
Yeah, but this is for the state. It's not
Oh,
for the university.
got it.
So I don't know if the state gives the university money for that
okay,
in
for
some
them
way.
to
I
do
don't
that,
know,
sure.
but
Yeah.
it's really interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a slippery slope. A couple of things in this movie. Obviously the death penalty. There's rape as well. But we're going to talk about it. It's going to be great.
Is there?
Yeah, is there? Not really.
Right.
There is no rape. No, you're right. No rape actually happens in the movie.
Nope.
Just
Yeah,
a
it
bunch
was the only
just a
thing
whole
I
bunch of
didn't like
framing.
about the film.
It wasn't a real rape.
Now, Eric, had you seen this movie before?
I don't think I'd heard of it. And in fact, when she said The Life of David Gale, I thought that we were going to watch The Odd Life of Timothy Green.
Okay.
Oh, that's
What the
supposed to
hell
be
is
good.
that?
Yeah, I have no idea.
He's a plant
It's a
boy,
little
right?
Disney movie, and his legs are covered in leaves,
He's a
you
little
guys.
plant boy. It's supposed to be really
And when
good.
the last leaf falls off, he has to go away forever.
Oh, he did.
Oh, then he
that's
can't
it,
come to my
right?
house
Yeah.
because those leaves would go quick.
Yeah. He can't like photosynthesize or some shit?
Yeah. What's his
I
problem?
guess not.
Okay.
But anyway, no, I'd never
Live in a
seen those.
greenhouse, like
Yeah, like
Yeah, it's not hard.
go south for
He's-
the winter. I don't
it's
understand.
not like he's Frosty the Snowman. Jesus
Apparently,
Christ.
that kind of is Frosty the Snowman situation.
Yeah, but you know what happened? They stuck him in a greenhouse. He was fucked. It's a fucking puddle down there. And then Santa came in, just opened the door, and he fucking flew out. That was it. Everything's fine.
Frosty?
What movie are you talking about?
Frosty the
They
Snowman.
put him in a greenhouse?
Yeah, he locks him in a greenhouse
The life of
because he's
Frosty the Snowman.
he's trying to get his hat because it's an actual magic hat.
Oh, that's like the second one.
No. This is the OG Frosty the Snowman. Happy birthday!
Yeah, they made two of those, I thought.
Yeah, but this is the OG. Been
Happy
watching it.
birthday, Davy.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Wrong one. I'm sure you probably weren't allowed to watch secular Christmas movies. I'm sorry about that.
No, only ones where it was Jesus's birthday at Christmas.
No, they didn't like it
Not-
because Jesus
not
and Santa
Santa?
have the same birthdays. Like
Yeah.
that shit. A lot of people get pissed when people start to point out that they were twins, and I don't have a problem with it.
I
Actually,
just feel bad for Santa,
Yeah, well, and Mary's vagina. I'll tell you that much.
Ba-boom.
All right, Eric, you hadn't seen this before.
Over to
Eric,
pre-synopsis.
A new to the force cop investigates a series of shocking crimes. But can she figure out the pattern before he strikes again? Before it's too late.
you went with a female cop. Okay, because that's what was on the cover. What was it? A picture of what's her face?
Yeah, and him in like a car.
Right.
But in my mind, as I was writing that, I also thought, like, these killers that leave like a calling card. They'll leave
Oh,
like
sure. Like the
The
Wet
Wet
Bandits.
Bandits.
Now, did they ever actually turn the sink on?
The Wet Bandits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
they-
back to
I'm just-
Mandela
yeah,
effect.
I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
I was like, yeah, for sure. We just
Yeah.
watched that.
Yeah, we just saw that.
So then I was like, well, maybe he like claims to be like sends letters to the newspaper. I thought a lot about this pre-synopsis that didn't make it into the final pre-synopsis, but like he's sending letters like, I'm David Gale and I'm committing these crimes, and she's got to figure out like who David Gale is, and is David Gale even a real person
That's kind of cool.
before it's too late.
Right.
I bet that one would have made more money at the box office.
Probably.
I mean, the way I'm describing it, it kind of sounds awesome,
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah,
good
go
movie.
make
but it
that.
also sounds like the movie Seven, doesn't it?
Yep.
There it is.
Yeah, you're right. He was
Yeah,
in that one
you're
too.
right.
Okay.
Over to
Eric.
for his synopsis.
A man against capital punishment is accused of murdering a fellow activist and is sent to death row.
Very good. I like it. Although kind of the movie is about the journalist, I guess, as much. But yeah, I'll take that.
What do they call her in this movie? Bitsy?
Bitsy.
Bitsy.
Bitsy. Now, that was my grandmother's dog's name, and she was a little chihuahua, and she was meaner than shit.
He sounds like a dick.
Yeah, she was a
She sounds hideous.
dick. And, but yeah, Bitsy. You weren't allowed to pet her or, pick her up or anything like that.
Ooh.
And then she had a cat named Coco, same rules. Couldn't pet it or touch it ever. And, then a cat that lived outside named Bandit. And, yeah. Oh, yeah, we have one that lives next door named Bandit.
My pawpaw had two chihuahuas, Keisha and Mojo.
I
and
like it.
then the cat's name was Zucchini.
Nice. Did Mojo and what was the other one's name?
Keisha?
And Keisha, did they used to do the Chihuahua dance?
What is that? Is that a sexual?
I guess so. I don't know. I just thought. Were you stoked when you were a kid and Yo Quiero Taco Bell came out? You
Oh,
were just
man.
like, hey, my parents, or my papa has one of those.
I mean, I don't know about stoked. I was.
You
I mean, I
calling
guess
your
I saw.
friends?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I saw the connection.
Yeah.
But, my
That dog existed more than just at his.
yeah. But no, I don't know. I doubt it. I don't get stoked about a lot.
No?
At all?
I'm pretty,
Man, I get
Whatever,
stoked if they give
dude.
me an extra Chick-fil-A sauce when I go there.
Fuck yeah.
It's the
just
little
get
things.
to the movie,
Should be. All right, we can do that. Here we go.
The deal was Bitsy would get the interview if the stay was refused. He'll talk to her for 2 hours a day, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Can't do Friday. No, because Friday's the day they execute him. Only Bitsy means only Bitsy. I don't get to make the rules, Joe, please. I'm a fat black woman.
Tell him I
What we
said-
need is to put her on a plane to Texas. Why do you get like that around legal? Hold on, Joe, we're coming over.
So what's this only Bitsy means only Bitsy stuff?
They ask for you and no substitutes.
Who's they exactly?
Gale's lawyers. More exactly, Gale's lawyer. Some good old boy in Austin.
Why do they want me?
You're telling me you don't want the assignment?
No, I'm not saying that. I just
Oh.
can't see why a guy on death row about to be executed should suddenly ask for me.
I think they like the kiddie porn piece you did and going to jail and stuff. I don't know. Maybe he saw your picture and thinks you're kind of cute.
And so how much access do I get?
3 interviews. No time for any more. By Friday, the guys are gone.
Okay. What exactly is our story?
Rape, murder, death row. Very intelligent guy. Hey, maybe he's even innocent.
Yeah, right.
Foreshadowing.
Right.
Yeah.
She plays that sassy black lady in every movie that's ever existed. That
What's
needed.
the other one that I'm thinking of? She's so good. Oh, dang it. I need to look it up.
Maybe it's like a Vince Vaughn situation. That's just like who she is.
That's just who she is.
I just realized why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot.
Okay, Chingy.
I wouldn't have known that you knew that song in a million years.
This is why I'm hot.
That lady was in Magnolia.
Is it Chingy? Wait, that lady just now?
Mm-hmm.
Is she the one that says, I don't even know no crash?
I think so.
Wait, what's her
still
face? Kate
scrolling
Blanchett
down.
was in Magnolia too,
Carte Blanche.
right? Oh no, that's that Netflix movie we just watched, right?
I was like,
You also
I don't think
Kate
so.
Blanchett, Kate Winslet, who, by the way, does a great American accent, I think.
Oh, she's British.
She's British.
Kate
Kate
Beckinsale.
Winslet.
Who are we talking about? Who is this
Actually,
lady?
she is too. Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet.
This is Rose from Titanic.
God, that's what Casey said. I don't
Yeah.
get it. I can't put those two together. Now,
It's the same person.
this movie kind of starts with the whole running from the car thing, and you like, okay, they're going to come back to that, and you're thinking, oh shit, it's going to be all Pulp Fiction-y. I'm going to have to really pay attention, And quite frankly, it wasn't like that. You could tell that the story was catching up to that the whole time.
It does go back and forth, but
Yeah,
not
it
too
does.
bad.
Well, not in her timeline. It doesn't.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, in his,
it does.
anytime he's telling her the story from prison, again, I'm really surprised that more people don't like this. It's just not bad. I actually really enjoyed it. I mean,
Roger Ebert gave it 5 stars and just like eviscerated the cast and director for just even thinking that a movie like this would be a good idea, let alone making it.
He said at the end he wished that he could throw something at the director and all the main actors. Like
Yeah.
at the end of the last scene, he was so angry with it, he just wished that he could throw something at
Ebert
them.
did?
Yeah.
Interesting. Because they made their point?
I don't know. I just read that in the trivia, but it was very short.
Interesting.
Eric, did you read any more about that?
No, I read what you read.
Right. Well, good thing we don't do the trivia battles anymore. You guys just read
Our
the
level
same
of
shit.
research
Exactly.
on the show consists of going to IMDb, clicking on the trivia tab, scrolling through that. Oh, no shit. That's somebody's cousin that
Yeah.
was in.
And then sometimes I'll even Google a little bit further if it's super interesting.
Well, I don't do any of that shit anymore.
You don't
I
have
work here.
to because you're the brains and
You're the
beauty
talent.
behind the
The
operation.
brawn.
We
The brawn.
need to support you
I thought I was the
in
brawn.
all that you do.
I've got the brains, you've got the brawn. Let's make lots of money. Yeah,
Go back to singing that Chingy song again.
This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot.
I'm hot because I'm flat. You ain't because you not.
Yeah, that's right. That's not Chingy, is it?
I have no idea.
Chingy is everybody in the club get tipsy.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Mims.
Mims.
Oh,
This is
Mims.
why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. This is why.
God, your level of like borderline C-list rap knowledge is crazy.
Me?
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you. I can actually tell you why. Because I used to play shows with all these fuckers. Like, this is when all those songs were when Girl the Bad Guys Want in 1985 were hits. And
I'd
we
like
played
to
with
see
them all
that
the time.
crowd.
It's just radio kids, like it was just, you went to, man, most everybody in the crowd is they won tickets.
Mhm.
It's good times. Great.
I feel like I would be the only person in that crowd these days.
So I, one
In a
time,
radio
concert.
Concert.
One time I said, I went out on stage and so I had gone off. I was leaving the stage from sound check and Chingy was standing there and I was like, hey man. And he's like, hey. And we did the one arm hug thing, And so
Mormon hug.
I assumed he was behind, he was coming after us, right? Because that's when he was sound checking.
Oh, okay.
And so I said, coming up next, Chingy. Are you guys ready for that? And that's not who was coming up next. It was Mario was coming up next.
Uh-oh.
And everybody thought that was
Man,
I'm
how
sorry,
was
when Amy
Mario
said-
Lopez's voice? Was it good? Was it?
pretty good, He,
Not as good as his dance moves.
yeah, he did dance.
What
well.
is
You said
Mario's
you said
thing?
Mormon hug, and it reminded me of the time that I double arm hugged my chiropractor.
Oh, the
on
chiropractor
accident.
accidental hug story is so good.
And he is a very nice Mormon man, and he went in for a very professional shoulder tap the first visit, and I instinctively, for some reason, wrapped both of my arms around his waist. And it was weird
His
for
waist,
everybody.
not around the top.
Nope,
Nope,
just
his waist. From the
You
side.
went around the bottom.
From the side.
around the bottom. She's a bottom hugger.
and I don't know what happened. I just
Did you black out? Did you?
I literally got in my car and laughed until I cried, and then I posted it on Facebook. Like, has anybody else ever
I would
accidentally
have
hugged
faked
Eric-
a heart attack.
Eric
and
is
like I was
embarrassed for you.
falling.
Oh, dude,
to
the
hold.
lady that worked the front desk saw the whole thing and just it was just.
Do you think she was like, I'm not going to tell
He
you
literally,
guys?
it looked like he was going to hug. I don't know what happened. My clients hugged me, and he just went around for a nice to meet you, and I just latched on.
I know, but I think in a situation like that, I mean, yeah, you probably shouldn't be, but maybe at least just go towards the top.
He was up. I can't go up if he goes up.
Right. He
I mean,
was
you
already
can't-
up.
But you don't have to. Yeah, but if he goes up, I mean, you could still be this level.
Okay, I'm really happy that we're talking about hugs.
It was double arms around his waist. It was more intimate than I hug my husband.
This
most days,
is going to get into my
It
question.
was very weird for everybody.
Derek and I had a conversation about hugs recently.
Uh-huh.
And it was it was from a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode. And it was about an ass out hug.
Yeah.
And I've never thought twice about it. I don't think I stick my butt out, but apparently men make an effort to stick their butt out so they don't touch you with the front parts
Yeah,
when they give
especially
you a
if it's somebody you
hug.
don't know well. Yeah, it's like a.
Well, usually if it's somebody I don't know well, I go for a side hug. But if it's Jarrett or Eric or somebody that
Jarrett
I know
likes
well.
to lunge forward from the bottom.
So do you put your ass out?
No, I put my TT in.
Okay, good. See, that's why I
It's a
never thought
fucked up
twice about it.
hokey-pokey
Because
situation.
Yeah.
it just seems like I've never thought about it before. But Derek was like, oh, I 100% put my ass out when I go in to hug somebody, even if I know them well. Eric, do you do
Yeah.
the same thing?
Yeah.
I've never thought
Yeah.
about it. I don't, but I don't have anything to poke with, I guess.
I don't know. I think I've only side hugged your husband, so I don't really know.
I don't think any woman would feel it if I did come in and not move my ass back. I mean,
No, I don't. I mean, I'm different. I'm a hugger. I fucking hug.
Yeah, you just go all
I
in.
just
That's
go
how
all
I
in,
am
yeah.
too.
No, yeah, first Christmas, he was in there hugging family members. I was like, oh, we don't hug that grandma.
Yeah.
Oh, God, he's doing it.
Oh, God,
right in.
he's going in.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. And then, I took a slight break during COVID, but I'm fucking back. I don't give a
And I
shit.
didn't
I'm a
like that
hugger
at all.
too.
No, I hated it. was the
I hated
worst.
every second of the first part of COVID when we weren't hugging.
Mhm.
Because everybody would walk in my house and we'd just look at each other and be like, hi,
Hi.
and then go sit at the table.
I know. We're sitting 1 foot away from each other, but we can't
So silly.
can't hug it up. Well, again, I already talked about Bitsy. You know, I mean, I guess one of the things about being from Texas is we all know that Death Row is down in Huntsville, and if you ever drive down to Austin, or is it Houston? Is it on 45 or is it on
I
35?
think it's on
It's on the way to
45.
Austin for sure.
35?
35.
Okay, so
35.
okay, it's on 35.
35.
Right? Am I thinking Hillsboro? I don't
No,
know.
you're right.
That's the outlet mall.
You pass it,
Yeah.
and it's just right there. And they actually do have like dudes on horseback out
And there's
there.
like
and
5
shit.
Starbucks in that area. Okay.
And I made the mistake as I was the sports editor for my high school paper my senior year for Panther Prince. And we had a young man named Jonathan Braddock who got a scholarship to play football at whatever university is in Huntsville. Sam Houston State.
Oh yeah, that
or
makes
Inmates.
sense.
whatever.
Yeah, that Sam Houston's from there. That's where the big statue is.
I think they took that down.
That fucker is terrifying at night.
So
oh.
the headline I wrote to commemorate this event was Braddock headed to Huntsville.
That's fantastic.
That's
Not
so good.
realizing that the prison was there.
I
And-
thought we did, but I thought we did executions really early in the morning so that the press isn't like, so it's not like a whole thing. Like
Oh, I didn't realize that there was a common time of day.
they said they do in this movie, we do them all at 6 o'clock, but I don't think that's right. I think we execute people like really early in the morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning or something, so that it doesn't create like a whole hubbub. You know,
Oh,
like-
okay. So people aren't going to want to get up and protest early in the morning.
Yeah,
versus,
press isn't
yeah.
there, you know, because they're outside of the gates anyway, you know.
I'm going to say it's shortly after midnight in some cases.
Okay, so
Oh,
still late.
yeah.
But
And then executions are always scheduled to begin at 6 p.m. on a weekday in Texas.
okay, I guess.
Oh, there
I
we
guess
go.
I'm wrong.
And then Texas used to schedule executions at midnight, as many states still do, because it gave them the maximum amount of time to deal with last minute delays.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck about that anymore. Like, we want to make it home for dinner.
Man, David Gale really hung on there for a solid. Well, I guess we're not
12
to
minutes.
5 questions yet for a solid 12
Yeah,
minutes.
well,
yeah.
10. They strapped him in at 6:02.
Oh, I knew that one. I was very proud of myself
Yeah?
watching you guys.
Yeah.
I also didn't know that we're supposed to call you Thunderbolt now.
Yeah, just my brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just my brother. I may forgive him. We'll see.
Time will.
Well, you know, the one guy, you know, the intern actually isn't it the intern that's just like, there's no way he did this. It's too messy. This guy's way too smart.
Zach.
You know, this guy, and it really is. There's a few moments where, you know, you're just like, he wouldn't be that dumb, you know?
But then you second guess it
You
the
do.
whole way through.
You do second guess. And then they sort of sell you the, okay, maybe he was framed, but who did it?
And then you're thinking it's the cowboy. You think it's Dusty because he's being super creepy
Yep.
and following them around. But now, I mean, yeah, at the end, you figure it out.
But I think the
obviously.
lawyer, I thought something was up with the lawyer the whole time. Like, I knew that there was a reason he wanted her limited to the knowledge that was being fed to her, and that's it.
And I didn't realize his significance in the movie until this watch because I haven't seen this in a very long time. The first time that I watched this, it was an assignment from my government teacher.
Oh, interesting. Well,
I
that's
was-
a good movie.
I was
for
in
that.
high school, and as long as we were 17 or 18, however old you have to be to go see an R-rated movie, she said, I will give you extra credit if you go see this movie. You don't have to write a paper about it. You don't have to do anything except for have an opinion when you walk in that door.
Right. Have an opinion on the movie or either way towards
death
the death
penalty.
penalty. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
She said, I don't care what your opinion is, but you have to back it up. And I thought that was really cool.
That is really cool. Yeah, that's
It's been 3 weeks since I saw this, but do they mention the lawyer's orthodontist at all?
no,
Yes.
didn't come up.
Dr.
they-
Beaver.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually disbarred
Okay, yeah, they
from orthodonting.
took it away from him.
Right.
Yeah, can't do it
As
anymore.
they should. He needs to get all of his money back.
Right.
Oh, he actually didn't pay any money for that service.
No, but he
Okay.
did, after this movie, sell his hair to Locks of Love,
Yes.
and which was very
And they were
exciting.
able to make 1/10 of a wig.
Now, this truck starts following him pretty early on, and that becomes a reoccurring thing. A couple of things about this movie that are pretty interesting, and we always talk about this kind of shit. Remember smoking in restaurants? You know, like just
Barely.
It just makes me uncomfortable when somebody does it in a movie now, like
Yeah.
even if it's from this time period or whatever. And then
Dude, COVID has me all fucked up when I just watch people be close to each
Oh,
other
yeah, I get that.
in movies.
Yeah.
Oof.
But I smoke in every restaurant I go to, whether they have a smoking section or not. I
Do
just
you?
light up.
You didn't give a
I
shit?
just remember that thing of like walking into a restaurant with my mom and them being like smoking or non, and her going smoking for sure. Kids, load up, get in there, and just
Yeah.
blowing it in our face.
Right.
Like it's just
Same.
that's weird to me.
Same when I
That
was
is so
a kid.
weird.
And,
And
and
smoking-
people who would say, like, smoking or non, and people would just go first available. My
Yeah.
parents never first available. We had to be out of the smoking section. If they could have cinder blocked it off, my parents would have been happy.
It's just so weird that existence was that way, though, because they'd be like smoking or not, and I would always say, I don't care, whatever you got, first available is fine. But it, for some reason, once it went away, it affects me completely different now, because if
I
I'm around
agree.
it, my nose is instantly stopped up, and my next day is miserable.
And it's so weird because it really wasn't that long ago. I was in college working at Texas Roadhouse, and I was a hostess, and it was smoking or non.
Yeah.
That really was, or was it that long ago? And I'm just trying to pretend that it wasn't.
You worked at Texas Roadhouse?
For like 3.5 years.
Maybe
yeah.
you can answer this then.
Mm-hmm.
Can people with a peanut allergy even go in there?
Absolutely not.
No. And is that just, it's a thing, and the restaurant is like, don't fucking come in here?
Yeah, if you have a peanut allergy that you know of and you walk in that door, that is Darwin at its best.
Yeah,
right
you're
there.
just, that's it.
See ya.
Uh-huh, right.
And I'm not going to feel bad about it.
Do they have some sort of sign?
In the Texas Roadhouse corporate, mission statement,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, we're here to provide excellent customer service and food at affordable prices for
And fall off the
families.
bone ribs.
Also, fuck your peanut allergy forever.
Yeah. In
you
fact,
know-
we're just trying to eliminate a peanut allergy altogether. That's what we're
Yeah.
really trying to do.
Right.
Keep your pussy ass out of Texas Roadhouse, because this is Texas.
It's so weird that I swear that just didn't even exist when I was a kid. I know I say it all the time, but I never even heard of it.
No, it wasn't a thing.
Bees either. Like nobody was allergic to bees. Never even heard
Oh
of it.
yeah, Macaulay
yeah.
Culkin.
Macaulay
Macaulay
Culkin was,
Culkin.
yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Everybody was very aware.
But you know
You
why
can't
that
see without
movie
his
hit so
glasses.
hard? Because nobody knew that was a thing.
Actually, yeah.
You know? I mean,
Yeah.
it's so bizarre.
I think
Yeah, that ending stung.
Yeah, it did.
the owner, like the president, owner, creator of Texas Roadhouse, died. He got COVID, and he
Oh.
got that horrible ringing in his ear. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Tinnitus. And I think he may have offed himself. Yeah. He
Yeah.
offed himself because a ringing in the ear.
Yeah. I mean, supposedly it does just absolutely drive you nuts. I mean, I got
Arr.
Oh, there we go.
I do have a
I need to start wearing ear protection when I go with you, because I don't think I could handle like a noise that I can't control
quite
all
a
the
few
time.
of my friends have it, and I mean, it's a thing where you have to sleep with some sort of noisemaker right by your ear, and
Just to drown it out.
just to drown it out. Yeah,
Yikes.
not my favorite.
Yeah, that poor guy.
Yeah.
So sad.
Well, so he makes everything pretty clear here. No questions about my ex or my son. So I think I want to go ahead and ask about this, because really she's not really in the movie anymore. I mean, do y'all think the wife knew what was happening? Like, I found it very strange that the money and the briefcase end up at her house,
Mm-hmm.
and the guy sitting there knows who it's from, and then they open it up. And
You
really,
mean her new husband?
I guess so. But he knows he goes, is that from what's his face? David. And she's like, yeah, and opens it up. And really the only surprise is the postcard. But it was like they were expecting that package or that money or something.
Oh, I thought it was like she sees the postcard, she reads it, she's surprised and shocked and relieved, looks at her new husband or boyfriend, I'm assuming, and then it cuts to the next person. I don't know if their reaction to the money was really, I think it was more the reaction to the postcard than the money. And then it was the sweatshirt. Did she hand him a sweatshirt?
That's right. No, that's what happened. She hands him the sweatshirt and he goes, David, right? So, okay, well, maybe he had sent something there and they knew it was coming because it's made for the kid.
David wore that sweatshirt almost the first half of the movie.
Yeah.
So that was probably like, okay, this whole thing, whatever this is from David.
Mm-hmm.
And then she opens it up and it's the reaction of the postcard. And I don't know if we got the reaction of the money itself.
Not really.
I think it was the postcard. Like, okay.
You think it was like the thing where you like have to like finish reading the card from your grandma and pretend like there's not $100 bill in there?
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
So she was like, oh my God, there's a card in here. Like the fucking suitcase
And then,
full of cash.
Boom.
So that's exactly what I'm saying. Did they know that package was coming or something?
No, I don't think so.
I think if they
I
did, the
never
guy
got
wouldn't have
the
dropped it at
impression.
the door and then left without them knowing.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. Eric, what?
Yeah, I never got the impression that she was in on it, had any idea.
Okay.
I think she really legit thought he
did it.
went after
Raped that
a
girl
co-ed
and then
and
killed someone.
Yeah.
and that's when she hauled ass. Berlin. This fucking Berlin. I don't know if you guys thought this. I'm a pretty keen movie watcher.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I knew she was trouble when she walked in. That first class.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, okay.
Especially when
well,
he's up there talking about
sorry.
fantasies.
Everybody knew that she
and
was
she
trouble.
sits down, does that like Sharon Stone, like uncross the legs and like, okay, we get it. You're the bad girl.
Did she do that?
No.
I need to rewatch that. Yeah, that did happen. He's at the University of Austin, of course, which I guess they couldn't use University of Texas.
Man, that threw me for a loop.
It did. I thought that the talk that he was doing was actually quite interesting.
University of Texas.
No, he says University of Austin. I wrote it down. The fantasy talk thing, I thought the lesson that he was teaching was very intriguing. I never took a philosophy
it was very
class.
interesting.
Yeah, but the whole like you know, if your dreams come true, you can't ever have fantasies thing was pretty cool, you know.
And it's not that you want, it's the fantasy or the wanting of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I found his whole soliloquy to be rather elementary in nature, esoteric even. You know, it's okay, I guess, if you subscribe to kind of the old transitive theory of philosophy, which obviously
right.
I wouldn't.
Never in a million years.
But I just, you know, I mean, I guess for the lay person, it sounds groundbreaking or interesting, but for the true intellectual, I think, you know,
it was such an audible
garbage.
Yawn. That was so good.
Oh, my yawn?
Yeah.
Well, yawns just seem to be interrupting everybody today. Then,
Son of a bitch.
you know, like mine interrupted Eric, and you holy shitted during my, you know, talking about the thing. It's the whole thing.
I holy shitted.
Okay, sorry that I try to take
shat.
this seriously and give, you know, an informed opinion about a movie. Sorry, here, hold on. Here's another dick joke.
What the hell was happening at the party? Was it a college party with teachers there?
I could not figure that out.
I couldn't get my head around what the fuck was happening.
And what did they have, like, limerick battles and students want to pile around a swimming pool with two old
it was very
professors
strange.
battling out limericks?
So these are graduate students. So is that what happens when you're a graduate student? Are you more of a peer?
No.
I wouldn't think
you have
so
to
either.
kiss ass.
Yeah, but
No, I will
that's
say
it.
that I went to my advising professor's house twice for like a lab meeting, but there was never a party.
right.
It was never a thing. And this is crazy.
This is crazy.
That's not real.
At all.
What did you wear?
As little as possible. He was also 72.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to give the man a heart attack. Jesus Christ. Cover those things up.
And now, Jarrett Goes to the Movies presents everyone's favorite podcast game show. It's time for 5 questions, where we ask 6 questions, and the high score is 7. Here's your host, Jarrett Reddick.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. My goodness. I feel like I'm driving the Millennium Falcon here because I'm doing all of the work again today because Sean's not here. So I'm doing all of that and I'm providing my own sound effects, you know.
Does that give us permission to give Sean shit while he's not here?
You can give Sean shit while he's here.
That's true. He won't say anything bad.
Man, that's pretty cool.
That hurt my feelings.
I like Chris Cranfill, though.
Our next poker night is on March 13th.
Wow. Hey, you're invited.
Cranfill wants to know when you're on tour in April, so we can get this. Sure. Get the things canceled up. Okay.
There it goes.
We have to play this game. All right, guys. Welcome to 5 questions. A couple of good ones here tonight, and for some reason, only 2 players, which is actually what we used to do. And now we usually have 10 to 12 players each time. So that's exciting. Coming in, he is one of our bosses. He is one of the OG supporters. He's been in studio with me after golf.
I was not talkative that day.
No, neither.
I may or may not have been sleepy by that point.
I think I was talkative, but I'm not sure I made any sense. Give it up, everybody, for David Dooley. David Dooley, you tonight have a chance to win your very first 5 wins pocket plaque. All right, so yeah. Very exciting, very exciting. Also joining us here, everybody, Chris, the $12 million man, Cranfill. Sean, what do you think about Chris being here? You love Chris, right?
Yeah, we used to work together.
Yeah, you guys used to do some sort of a job where he was your boss, I think, right?
Yeah, worked in IT, marketing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Marketing?
And accounting.
Help desk.
Even your pacing is good. Like you have you have his rhythm perfectly down. All right, guys. Well, you guys both know how to play this game. Remember, they're not going to have a tie tonight, so this should be a lot of fun. Both of you guys able to write down your answers?
Yep. My trusty Jarrett Goes to the Movies pad.
Love to hear it. I love to hear it. All right, guys. Here we go. This will be question number 1, and we'll go pretty easy. All right. Not sure if you recognized her, but who lives in the David Gale Death House and Museum? What actress plays the character that I'm sorry. What a fucking terrible question.
That's a good question.
It is a good question. All right. What actress plays the character who lives in the David Gale Death House and Museum? Chris, what did you say?
Melissa McCarthy. I don't know if you can see that.
All right. David Dooley, what did you say?
Same, Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy is correct. Very, very good.
I would not have noticed it, but the wife noticed it while watching.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. All right, guys. In the movie The Life of David Gale, what was the board's vote? How many versus how many to vote him out of his job and put him on sabbatical? How many voted for and how many against? All right, David Dooley, what you got?
I think it was 5-1.
All right, and Chris?
Wow, I did 6 out of 7.
Wow, you're both incorrect. It was 4-2. Ooh. 4-2 with our Constance being one of the 2 that actually fell, or that.
Well, she did fall.
She did fall.
She did fall.
Yeah, she did. And so, was anybody else never mind. That's a
turned on.
No, yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet.
About the time they started ripping that duct tape out
Yeah.
to tear off is
Just
when I
driving
started.
you absolutely crazy, huh?
Oh
man.
my God.
Right. Yeah, I get it. All right, guys. This next thing will, of course, be about the movie The Life of David Gale. What time was David Gale pronounced dead? Chris, what you got?
Everything is copacetic.
I had 6:02 p.m.
All right. And David, what'd you say?
I said 10:03, but it's just a guess.
That was a good guess by you, David. Chris, that was what time he was strapped in. He actually died at 6:12.
That was my guess.
12 was it? Oh, I'm sorry.
Damn it.
Hold on. That's,
Oh, sure it was. Yeah, after he posted the answer.
All right, guys, you've both gotten one correct. This is question number 4. I'll try to throw you guys a softball here, at least.
Don't bother. I'll miss it.
But you're gonna miss this
It's been
anyway. You guys both watched this 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's 3 weeks ago. Yes.
All right, guys. What was the name of the university that David Gale worked at? What was the name of the university at which he worked? Okay, David Dooley, what did you say?
I said University of Texas.
All right, Chris, what'd you say?
University of Texas at Austin.
Guys, it's actually the University of Austin. They did not have permission, I assume, from the University of Texas, though
That
it did
makes
look
sense.
like it was
Are you
shot there.
serious?
Yes, that is right. They were not at the University of Texas. I'm really sorry if that did
I
not work
didn't
out for you.
realize that, and I've seen this movie multiple times.
Yeah. You
Why?
Wow.
totally, you totally fucked it up.
Huh.
All right, guys. Well, I'll see. That's 4 questions down. You've both gotten one correct.
We suck.
We may have a tie.
We might.
David,
Let's.
I don't want to stand in the way of you getting this plaque. I promise I won't.
All right, guys. Here we go. In the movie, The Life of David Gale, who is quoted as saying, "Eye for an eye leaves us blind"? Chris Cranfill, what you got?
I just remember him drunk on the street quoting different like Aristotle and Plato, and I have no clue. I just put Aristotle. But
All right. That's not the scene where that quote happened, but David Dooley, what you got?
Same thing, but I said Nostradamus just to try to be funny.
All right, guys. Well, that actually happened during the news thing where he was getting the guy to agree and disagree to his own quotes. So that was actually Gandhi that said that.
Gandhi.
All right, guys.
Gandhi's
Well,
always good for a laugh.
this is fucking interesting. You guys both have one.
And we both actually watched the movie.
Yeah, and you both actually watched the movie. I don't know if this has ever happened before, but let's just see where we end up from here. Here we go.
Eric's off on a tangent again.
Before the critical and commercial failure of The Life of David Gale effectively ended his directing career, Alan Parker was a noted music video director throughout the 1980s and 90s. He'd be best known for directing what 1982 musical masterpiece?
We need to switch you and Sean. That's
Yeah.
a fucking hard question.
It's easy. I knew going in
think
that the director directed this other musical
I think I might.
Masterpiece.
I think I might know what it is. All right.
from 1982.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember all my years from that stretch of life exactly in order, but I got to guess.
All right. David Dooley, what's your guess?
Thriller?
All right. And then Chris, what'd you say?
put a question mark. I'm hoping David wins. He needs this plaque.
The correct answer is Pink Floyd's The Wall.
Right.
Wall.
Okay.
Oh, 82. Wow, it seems like that's older than that.
All right, guys. Well, this is exciting here. It is. We get to do something
No one wants it.
we haven't been able to do this in a while, but we do have to do this. Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Jarrett Goes to the Movies Kidney Pete Memorial Celebrity Tiebreaker Question of America Awareness Pro-Am Question for the Cure. All right, Eric.
I don't know how I forget about that.
Let's sort out this tie we've got and see who will either answer the question or pass the question over to the other guy. Here we go.
Troy Aikman wants you back. And he wants you to remember that in addition to being a Class A dickhead, He was also once a successful NFL quarterback. How many passing yards, regular season and playoffs combined, did Aikman have during his 12-year pro career?
I like it. He's changing shit up. Usually it's Spotify. He thinks people tried to figure that shit out. So nobody's ready for that. All right, guys, I'll give you guys a few seconds. You can just write it down. Remember, it's just who gets closer. It doesn't matter if you go over. This is not The Price is Right. This is The Price is Wrong.
I don't even know where I would start with that kind of question.
How many yards do you think that the average quarterback throws in one season?
And how many seasons?
How many games are in a season? Like
12
16,
seasons.
17?
And playoffs. He was in the playoffs a bunch. Buddy handed the ball off to Emmitt Smith a bunch.
Quite a bit.
No, Buddy didn't hand off the ball. Buddy was catching the ball all the time. All right, Chris Cranfill, what is your guess?
500.
Holy shit. Well, we know who won this.
46,000.
Oh, my God. Maybe not.
Oh, crap. You said over a 12-year career. Sorry. Yeah. I gave my answer.
All right, Eric.
500 is one answer and 46,000 is the other.
That's right. You need a calculator?
No, I mean, David is closer. 36,791.
I was gonna guess. I was gonna guess 34,000. I would have fucking killed him.
Wow.
So,
I was going to guess like 1,200.
Thank you, Chris. I know you threw that one.
Well deserved. Oh.
All right, David. This is what happens now. Amy will be asking you Amy's hard question, but you can answer this and try to answer for the win. But if you get it wrong, you lose. Or you can pass it over to Chris Cranfill. Chris, you cannot throw this if you know the answer, by the way.
Don't throw this if you know this.
Earlier in this month, my brother won the fantasy football championship and split the money with second place in advance of the thing.
Oh.
And that is blasphemy. So I have removed him from my will. And he is no longer allowed to call me Jarrett. He only refers to me as Mr. Reddick or Thunderbolt.
Wow, Thunderbolt.
Yeah. All right. So, David, do you want to
that.
answer this or do you want to pass?
I'll pass.
All right. He's going to pass that question. And now we will pass it over to...
It's time for
Amy's
questions, the seventh question, and sometimes it's hard.
Okie dokie, we have two categories. College or cities?
College or cities, Chris? This question is going to you. This is for the win. All the marbles.
I'll do cities.
Cities. When Dusty travels to Spain to deliver items to Gale's son, he brings a briefcase and a plastic bag from an airport. What airport is the bag from? From which airport is the bag?
Oh.
Just give us a guess.
I'm just going to say Austin Bergstrom Airport.
It was Miami.
Miami
Airport.
International
That means
Airport.
that we have a new 5-win plaque winner. Yeah, Sean and I are actually getting caught up on those. Those of you who haven't received them that are still here. Those of you who I haven't even ordered them yet. We'll be ordering those soon. Congratulations, David Dooley, once again.
Thank you very much.
Well played.
Chris Cranfill, it's always great to see you. And as always, you guys know we could not do this without you. So I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend and come hang out on the stream if you can. If not, we will see y'all later.
See you soon.
Bye.
Take care, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.